has been co-opted by the pharmaceutical industry.
So you're telling the American people that the American Medical Association, representing hundreds of thousands of people, have been co-opted and that they should not trust their doctors.
During a Senate Finance Committee hearing, Senator Bernie Sanders challenged HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. over his past comments about COVID vaccines. The exchange quickly turned into a heated debate over scientific consensus, vaccine safety, and whether major medical organizations can still be trusted.
Trump, who I don't usually agree with, called COVID vaccines, quote, one of the greatest miracles in the history of modern-day medicine that saved tens of millions of lives worldwide. Scientific community agrees with Trump. Lancet study found that it prevented almost 20 million deaths during their first year of use. Secretary Kennedy, are President Trump and the medical community right? Or do you still believe that the COVID vaccine was, quote, the deadliest vaccine ever made?
No, first of all, I didn't say that. I said that in terms of affairs reports a while ago. I've said today, I think that President Trump should get the Nobel Prize.
So who's right? Is Trump in the medical community right, or are you right?
President Trump did an extraordinary piece of leadership.
Is he right or wrong? Did COVID save millions of lives?
As I said, he got Americans back to work. At that time, that particular vaccine was perfectly matched to the virus that was circulating then. And I have no idea how many lives it saved, but it saved quite a few.
Sanders begins by asking a simple question. If President Trump praised the COVID vaccines and said they saved lives, does Kennedy agree?
You know, what I find a little bit weird in this discussion, I'm hearing it over and over again this morning, Mr. Chairman, is we've got the entire medical community on one side. You got the AMA representing hundreds of thousands of doctors, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Public Health Association. All of these organizations are telling us that COVID vaccine and vaccines in general are safe and effective. You are casting doubt on that. Who are the organizations that are agreeing with you and casting aspersions on vaccines?
The primary advisors are Marty McCary, Jay Bhattacharya, Dr. Oz, Vinay Prasad.
So you got a few doctors who agree with you, and I'm giving you the
Not a few doctors. What you're talking about is there's a big difference, Senator, between established science and the scientific establishment, which has been co-opted by the pharmaceutical industry.
So you're telling the American people that the American Medical Association, representing hundreds of thousands of people, have been co-opted and that they should not trust their doctors.
The debate now shifts from vaccine effectiveness to trust. Sanders points to major medical organizations, while Kennedy questions whether some institutions have become too closely aligned with industry interests.
The American Academy of Pediatrics, and by the way, just for the record, every single Republican, I don't mean to be political here, Mr. Chairman, has received PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. Are they all corrupt as well?
And I'm telling you, the American Heart Association has been co-opted by the food
Everybody
industry.
but you, Senator. But you know what? When you ran for president, you know, we have a corrupt campaign finance system. Maybe you will agree with me on that. Okay, you were already president, you got $1.5 billion behind it. You received $300,000 from people, not from the industry, people in it, as I did, from individuals. You corrupt. President Trump got $3 million. Every Republican got corporate PAC money for the pharmaceutical industry. Democrats as well. Everybody is corrupt, but you? Is that what we're looking at? I don't think so. And I think the issue now...
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, I think you do know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The issue is every time anyone disagrees with you...
Are you saying the pharmaceutical industry was supporting my presidential campaign?
No, I'm saying...
I don't think
so. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the pharmaceutical industry is a greedy institution which is charging us the highest prices in the world. They are pervasive. But to suggest that every institution, the AMA, the pediatrics people, is corrupt because they disagree with you is an insult to the American people.
Listen, people disagree with me all the time. I have arguments in my agency, heated arguments every day with Jay Bhattacharya, with Marty McCary, with Dr. Oz.
You have given the names of a few people. I have given you the names of organizations representing hundreds of thousands of doctors and scientists.
This exchange highlights a fundamental disagreement about how public health decisions should be made. Senator Sanders argues that major medical organizations and the broader scientific community overwhelmingly support the safety and effectiveness of vaccines. From his perspective, public policy should generally follow the weight of scientific evidence and expert consensus. Secretary Kennedy approaches the issue differently. He argues that institutions should be questioned and scrutinized, particularly when powerful industries and government agencies are involved. Supporters of this view believe transparency and skepticism can help identify weaknesses and improve public accountability. The disagreement also extends beyond vaccines. It touches on public trust, the influence of industry, the role of experts, and how governments communicate health information. These issues became especially important during the COVID-19 pandemic and continue to shape debates over public health policy today. Another major theme is the difference between scientific consensus and institutional trust. Even when there is broad agreement among experts, some citizens remain skeptical of the organizations delivering that message. That tension was visible throughout this exchange. Congressional hearings often reveal these deeper disagreements because lawmakers are not only debating policies but also competing ideas about evidence, expertise, and accountability. While Sanders focused on the views of large medical organizations, Kennedy emphasized the importance of challenging established institutions and encouraging debate. Ultimately, this hearing was about more than vaccines. It was about who the public should trust, how scientific information should be evaluated, and what role government institutions should play in shaping health policy. What do you think? Should public policy rely primarily on scientific consensus, or should institutions face greater scrutiny even when experts broadly agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more congressional hearing analysis and major policy debates.